What up, YouTube? It's Orginalsins 2014. Back with a DVD review for you guys. This was actually a request from one of my good friends from overseas. Our WWF Wrestling 2001. Check his stuff out. He's got some pretty cool stuff, and he wants to know if this is any good. This is wanted me to review WWF Judgment Day 2001, and you know, this pay-per-view was at the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, May 20th, 2001. You know, honestly, this is personally one of my third favorite pay-per-view of all time, and first off, I just want to get this out real quick. Remember back when we had lots of extra features on DVDs and stuff like that? This is one of the better examples of it. Go ahead and start into the matches. The first match on the card, which was William Regal against Rikishi. He's all complaining because Rikishi stuck his big old butt in his face. William Regal kept working on his shoulder, and he won with the neck breaker at the end of the match. Not until Rikishi got his ass in his face, you know. The next match was this 2 out of 3 falls medals match, which was Kurt Angle against Chris Benoit. Personally, I thought they had one of the best rivalries of 2001. Now, the first match was pinfalls only, and the second match was submission only, and the third match, if it went that far, was a ladder match. The first match, pinfall, Chris Benoit won it with Kurt Angle's own move, the Angle Slam. Then we go into the next fall, which is submission only, and that was some of the best submission wrestling I've ever seen in a long time. And Kurt Angle made Chris Benoit tap out to the ankle lock. Then it goes into the third fall, which is the ladder match. I guess Kurt Angle had never been in one at that particular point. Edge and Christian got involved in the match, and Kurt Angle ended up winning his medals back. All in all, that was a very, very good match. If you want to see another good match from Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, check out Backlash 2001 and their Ultimate Submission match. Next, we have a triple threat hardcore match for the WWF Hardcore Championship, which was Rhino against the Big Show and Test. All in all, this was a really good match too. It was hardcore wrestling as the WWF then did it, and Rhino won after he gored the Big Show with a trash can, and it was just your typical hardcore match. You know, they're fighting all over the building and whatnot, and all in all, this was a really good match. Next, we got the match for the WWF Women's Championship, which is Chyna against Lita. There's a little bit of history to this match. The two most dominant females at that particular time were going, and Chyna just won the Women's Championship at WrestleMania 17, and who was going to win? Oddly enough, this was Chyna's last match in the WWF, because shortly after she retained it after she powerbombed Lita. But it could have gone either way. All in all, I'd give this match a 4 out of 5. The women's title was held up after this match, and it wasn't talked about again until the 2001 Survivor Series. So, okay, next we got Wrestling Handyman also mentioned this. This is one of my personal favorite matches. This is Triple H and Kane in a chain match for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. Now, this was just pure violence all the way out. Triple H gets busted open, and Kane's shoulder is the big target because I guess they had his arm broken a few weeks before. Triple H is bloody by the time the end of the match, and Stone Cold Steve Austin interferes, accidentally hits Triple H with a chair, and Kane becomes the Intercontinental Champion. That one was just really, really awesome. Next, we got the Tag Team Turmoil match, which started out with APA against Perry Saturn and Dean Malenko. And every 5 minutes another team would enter, which eventually was the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys, X Factor. It was a really good match. The only problem I had with it is the fact that the wrong team stayed in way too long, which was X Factor. Personally, I never cared for him. You know, X-Pac, a lot of people hate him. He had the ability, it's just not a lot of people liked him, and just incredible. They did nothing with him, you know, even though he's a former ECW champion. Seems like Albert got the biggest push out of it, that he eventually became Intercontinental Champion. All in all, the final two teams, which was Edge and Christian and Chris Jericho, who had a mystery partner, ended up being Chris Benoit. And the match ended, Chris Benoit hit the cripple the crossface on Christian and made him tap out, and they were the #1 contenders to the Tag Team Championships, who were held by Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin at that time. The main event of the evening, which was Stone Cold Steve Austin against The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match for the WWF Championship. This was just classic brawling from these two. This is not the first time these two had ever faced each other for the WWF Championship. Over the Edge 99, The Undertaker pinned Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship, but unfortunately in this particular case, this was just a fight from the start. There was just no real wrestling, it was just a straight-out fight. Triple H got involved, and Undertaker was getting ready for the setup for the last ride. He hit him in the head with a sledgehammer. Vince McMahon also got involved in it, and Steve Austin retained. All in all, Judgment Day 2001 is a really good pay-per-view if you can find it. The extras on this DVD, there's interviews from some of the contenders. 4 mattresses. I believe it was the 2 out of 3 falls match, the Intercontinental chain match, Steve Austin against The Undertaker, and the medal ceremony, which I thought was kind of cool because that was the night on Raw where Shane McMahon interfered in the match, and that set up their match for King of the Ring, which is also another kick-ass match. All in all, I would definitely recommend this DVD if you can find it. It's not too expensive. It's not really cheap either. But I want to give a shout out to my boys, Wrestling Handyman, Harpo 2500, the Above Average Muda, Gemini 686, WWE G86 when he comes back. Any comments, requests, just send me a message. I'm Original Sin 2014, and I'm out.